The last time I filmed outside, it was down, oh, you can't quite see it from here, but I was making a platform for building windmills. This is one of those things where, you know, in a way, why film it? It looks like a disaster, but in a way, that's the point. I'm going to start to make a level floor. And you know, I have a pretty good idea what I want to build here, and so I've picked what I want to build. It's very complicated. It's going to be one of the most complicated things maybe I ever built. And so I know what it is. I've picked a spot. I've got the alignment. The alignment is going to be fairly close to that sawmill building, which is part of my project here to get that stable. But now, and the height, I really wanted to get the height just right, but I'm not so sure I can. So I'm going to settle for level. What I'm going to do is pick that spot right there. That seems to be the highest spot. And I'll make these 4 timbers level with a level floor, and then I'll start working that way. So, you know, in a way, this, I guess I'd call this a baseline, and where I'm standing is over what will be a fountain. I've filmed some of this stuff before, but just to maybe to put it into perspective, the workstation for building windmills is on the far side of that unfinished hut. That's why you can't see it. All right, here comes my dog. I got to put her up there because I'll get working on this and not think about it. My principal tool is going to be that right there, a floor jack, and I'll shim it with at first with masonry to get it off the ground, and then wood blocks, whatever I have to get a level floor. And I'm going to use a mixture of pallets to build the floor. So all right, here's a baseline. Oh, okay, one more thing to show you if you haven't seen before. That's part of the complex, that's part of the complex, and that antique multi-purpose tool is part of the complex. Beautiful day. Bye for now. That actually didn't take very long. It was maybe an hour's work, jacking stuff up, and so I didn't really move the beams. All I did was bring them all into approximately level within about an inch. But I'm not even sure I want it level because I think I want it to shed water. And now all I used was a straight edge, a 4-foot level in that jack and a bunch of shims. And I had thought that I've got a lot of those little pallets like that. And I thought, well, I'll scrounge up 2x4s, old 2x4s I have, and lay them across there and lay the pallets like that. But I realized I'm actually finally beginning to run out of old material. I mean, and so I thought, well, you know what? I'll go and gather up pallets that are longer than normal. I didn't know what I was going to do with them, and I'll lay them on here and I'll see what they look like. There's one other thing I'm going to do, I guess, before I do that. So I'll stop and show you. This is what I wanted to show you. The placement of those beams was not arbitrary. I cut in advance the 8 pieces that would be the first layer of a sill for an 8-sided windmill. And I have them just laying there sort of in place to see how they would look. As I say, I mean, they're probably within 4 inches of where they're going to actually be. But when I put the floor on it, underneath will be the beam, underneath the heavy spots. It's point loading, you would call it, I think. And I can use the weight of the beams plus the weight of the blocks to hold the whole thing down so it doesn't just blow over. So, having shown you that, I think the next thing you'll see is what it looks like when I go up and gather the long pallets that I've got and see if I can make some kind of a floor here. I think I can. Alright, bye for now.